Hello guys and welcome back to another video. In today's video we'll be exploring what if the USSR / Soviet Union never fell. Now this is going to be a very big event as the Cold War would still go on, so let's just see how this will play out in my opinion. This isn't 100% realistic, so just keep that in mind. But the first thing that we'll notice is that the USA is still kind of mad. The first thing we have as huge as the Soviet Union. We need to get the rest of the islands involved in this war. And here we go. Who are they declaring war on exactly? You will find out, as it is Mongolia. They want them to be annexed by the USSR. The reason is they want more land. Now Mongolia doesn't have much to defend itself, as the majority of Mongolia is field. So yeah, the USSR pushes down and Soviet troops begin to push over. We see a full crossover and they establish one big front. But Mongolia is going to be like, you better know that we're going to be calling on an ally. And that ally, who did you think is going to be the ally? Thought anything other than the United States, you're pretty funny. Mongolia is going to get protected by the states. So American troops are starting to go overseas and try to get to Mongolia. But while the American troops are trying to get there, Mongolia gets pushed into and they wrap around and try to go for an encirclement. But eventually they get that pushed back. What is the capital? Where's my globe? I got my globe now? I want to know what the capital, where it is. So, they're about to push into the capital, which is around right here. So, that's what they're going to try to defend, that dot. More Soviet troops push in and go off and try to secure this area. But this is about what all the Soviets have done, and then the US troops have arrived and have started pushing them out. This first campaign goes successful as the Soviet troops, all of them over here, are no longer there. But then, yeah, that's just going to make the Soviet Union use more of their troops. And then, yeah, the United States hasn't sent a lot of troops over, so soon all the United States support troops are gone, and they start to steamroll in for the capital. They have to make a quick pit stop and capture the rest of the land. And now, the battle for the capital of Mongolia. We see a push in, and eventually, boom! It's all under Soviet control. Let's look at peace treaty. On this, we see full annexation of it, which makes the Soviet Union very proud, and they have a new member. And that is the Mongolian SSR, or something like that. But now, they got really thick borders. What they want to do is, now that they got Mongolia out of the way, they don't want to mess with China, an ally, North Korea, an ally. They don't want to push too down, because Afghanistan will give them a hard time. And, is that Iran? Yeah, that is Iran. Iran would also give them quite a hard time, so you start to focus more on Europe. Now, in this video, there's no longer any Eastern Bloc, so anything that could be Eastern Bloc related would just vanish, and that's now modern day. And, their one thing is push into this country, Bulgaria, is it? No, that's freaking Romania. I'm stupid. But this time it's going to be a big consequence for them doing so. So now a big war has sprung out. The Irish have joined on the UK side, and it's simply because they've been threatened. If they don't join the UK side, they would get invaded. Basically, this is what the sides look like. Do not forget Turkey. I'm not sure if Turkey would join in on that side, but this is fictional, guys. This is all fictional. So, if you don't think something is accurate, it's probably not. And, there's one big candidate that we still need to cover. Canada. Canada's gonna get all those islands, including Prince Edward Island. Don't forget about that. That's the smallest province, but it's still a province. Remember that. A lot of my viewers are actually probably from PEI, so they're like, huh? Because I'm from PEI. Anyways, it's probably gonna get cut out of the video. It's not. And here we see Canada has joined, and it's a NATO versus USSR battle, sorta. But, we're seeing full usage of Soviet troops, so this is going to be interesting. We see Soviet troops push in through over here, and just create one big front. That is now stalemated, and they've decided to push it in from here, and create a naval landing here, and that's about all their power they got over here that they've used up. They managed to connect this into one front and start to push down. So you quickly capture that much of the country, and basically Turkey falls because they were not protected by NATO that much. Because if NATO were to go down here, they wouldn't get too far without ships being blown up. We see a bigger push into Romania and big one into Hungary, I believe. That is Hungary. And into Slovakia, and a little push into Czech and Poland. But that's about as far as the Soviets can go at this particular moment, as they've also gone at their own might and have successfully pushed them back. But it's basically a giant stalemate until the Soviet Union gets another person on their team. That is China. And if you're wondering why South Korea and Japan ain't joining in, they're staying neutral in this because, well, isn't it obvious North Korea would also join in? And this is now going to get more countries over here to join in, being Sweden and Finland. We then see a big bunch of Europe get involved. That includes Norway, Denmark, the Lowlands, even Switzerland, and a couple microstates even join in, which is pretty epic. Now, Turkey has officially swapped sides, so good luck. And Iceland doesn't have a military, so they have no reason to join in. Greenland is now independent before Denmark joined the war, just to clear things up. So the new troops are sent in and keep the Soviets running and start to push into the Soviet Union. Now, siege that part and start the invasion of Turkey. And if you have been listening to what I said, they switched sides. And a revolt happened in Turkey, which means NATO pushed into the Caucasus and basically capture all the Caucasus. Now let's get Crimea. Now a little land there. Now, the U.S. has made a landing on island along with Canada. And I've started Canada. I mean, not Canada. This isn't Canada, it's China. Oh my god. I'm an idiot, am I? But, guess what? Rebellions in China. Rebellions in China. No wonder. They're really, the people in this, anti-war, and there's a lot of them. So the U.S. Canadian troops start to push up and just start to connect. They successfully connect the rebellions, and now, China's not gonna have a fun time as, do a big chain event like this, in which all this is now on the blue side. And it's not looking good for China, as they push into the Soviet Union. Now, don't worry, the rebellion troops are not crossing into the Soviet Union as you stayed American and Canadian troops. And so if there's a crossover, it's not the rebellion. They would not cross over in this. And Beijing got captured, and the fall of China is here. Boom. And North Korea collapses, and they do a little push. So this is the current ways of the war. Now, it currently looks like the Soviets are losing, but that's, they are, the Soviets are losing the war until they come up with this new thing called, throw a lot of people at them, see if it goes well. Gets kicked out of the Caucasus and back out of Turkey. Get Crimea back, and we're focusing more on Europe. Can't really stop the Soviets as the Soviets push in and just massacre all this land. That doesn't even make sense. Wanna know why? Because it doesn't have to make sense. Soviets have officially done this. They basically threw random stuff at NATO, and it seems to work. Besides for the fact that it's not working. And, for the most part, they just got kicked out of all their new stuff. Besides for Poland and those old Eastern Bloc. I know I never would talk about Eastern Bloc, but yeah, it disbanded. It still technically existed, so, they still have a bit of communism in there. So that's why they're not fully kicked out. And, boom. Well, just look at a peace deal. Because this has been an enormous war. In this peace treaty, we see a couple countries getting fully annexed by the Soviets. This is part of Turkey, Romania, Hungary, and Slovakia. And if you're a Greek person watching this, does this make your day? You get that? I hope I made your day. You getting that? But over here, North Korea fell. South Korea, or the Korean Peninsula, is now unified under South Korean control, not the other way around. And they made some gains. They made some gains. They also lost a bunch because China's no longer communist. North Korea no longer exists as it is democratic and under South Korea. This is what probably be called the Korean Union. But now, that's basically all I have. Let's to the video. You know what? Why the heck not? I'll do it for the video. They're gonna invade Afghanistan. Now, did I not learn this before on the past invasion of Afghanistan? But usually it doesn't go that well. And they make a push in. Now this would now be like 2033. But of course, none of this is gonna happen in real life because the Soviet Union has disbanded. So this is the current borders of like a month or two after fighting. They make more push-ins to Afghanistan, and it's not looking too good for Afghanistan. But then, when all hope is lost, they realize something. They are the power and start to push in. But then they exhaust themselves, leaving Soviet troops easy access back in. And eventually we see the fall of Afghanistan. This would probably never happen in real life, but yeah, you can't face off that well against the Soviets in this. They finally got that little tail thing. Yeah, the Soviet Union is now very, very strong. And this is it for the video. Actually, this is not it for the video. Cut that part out where I said it's the end of the video. Cut that out. Future Harley. Well now, yeah, I'm gonna show you the designs for the new Soviet states. This is the flag of the Afghanistan SSR, the Mongolian SSR, the Turkey SSR, or Turkic, that doesn't matter, the Slovakia SSR, Romania SSR, and Hungary SSR. And those are the new SSRs in here. And that's about it for the video. I hope you liked it, and now you're seeing the end screen. Click on one of these videos. I would greatly appreciate it.